Do you want wine as well?
Yes, please, but just a half of it. And then I'll mix it.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
Oh, der ist lieblich.
You don't like lieblich?
Ist zu süß. Absicher.
It was a gift from a date.
Oh.
I don't want to go into detail, that's all I'm gonna say.
Because camera is on. Bitch, you're gonna have to tell me later.
Hi, I'm here with my friend Minh Thu. You might know her from one of my vlogs, and
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, and yeah, we cooked dinner together, so I thought it would be a very nice occasion to make a mukbang. And wait, let me show you what we actually made, right? Because that is the most important thing. Okay. Oh wait.
Don't drop it.
Drop the food down. So this is what we made. It's, what is it again?
Japanese Katsu Curry.
Japanese Katsu Curry. So this is the curry, this is the rice, and this is the katsu, which is like Japanese schnitzel basically.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm so excited to eat it. Wait, let me just...
I'm hungry.
Yes, okay.
Mom, can we eat?
Yes, yes,
Mom,
yes.
please, Mom.
Wait, hold on.
Cheers.
I like it.
I know, but you don't like wine. I like
That's
dry
why.
wine. It's
yeah, I like my
she had königliche Mädchentraube, which is like royal girls grape, girl grapes, and it's very sweet. It's like drinking like grape juice, but it's fine. Thank you for bringing the wine.
You're welcome. We also have gin that we might start later, and I also brought soju. But kids, drink responsibly, okay?
It's the weekend, so we can get fucked up.
No, yeah. Today, tonight, we're drinking.
Great.
Enjoy!
Enjoy.
Deet deet. That's how we say it in Vietnamese. So that's how I grew up saying it, like as a informal way.
You. Bon appetit.
Chúc ăn ngon! Thank you for cooking.
I can't wait. Eating.
I just added some lime.
Mm.
Yoo-hoo.
Yo, that's good. Mm.
The
good,
curry
right?
is really good, yeah.
I took the...
And it was so easy to make.
The thing with Japanese curry is it's like idiot proof. You have like these curry cubes.
Yeah, right.
And I took the ones from Golden Curry.
I have I have those too. So last year during like major pandemic, all the time I was like no. So how it worked was that I felt like every Monday I woke up and I was like, what am I gonna bake today? And that was the same with like cooking, right? I wouldn't like think about what do I want. Like I would just randomly have ideas. So this one Saturday, I woke up, never cooked Japanese curry in my life before. And I woke up and I was like, today I want to cook Japanese curry.
Good job.
And then I looked it up, and then I also like saw those how do you like packaged things, right? And I was like, but is that the right way? And I literally read that like Japanese people do it like that. Like it's way better than like doing it all from scratch yourself. And I was like, all right. And it was really delicious.
Some cabbage.
Thank you so much for cooking.
Thank you for helping.
You're welcome. All I did was, you know, stir the curry.
Stir the pot.
And I cooked the rice.
Which is important.
And the finger measurement was correct.
Good job.
Very important. Wow.
It's so simple, but it's so good.
It's so good, yeah. My god.
And like the thing is, Japanese curry isn't even like an expensive meal or something. Like the curry cubes are actually like $1 or $2.
No, it's not that pricey.
And then the rice, which I don't count because my parents literally give it to me. Like, for context, I live in Cologne, which is like in the middle of Germany. And my parents live in Ulm, which is like in the southern part of Germany.
How long does it take you to get there?
Like, it's literally like 400 or 500 kilometers. So, last time my brother visited me, my mom was like, you're not driving without bringing her rice.
Wait, which brother though?
A big one.
Okay,
The other
I was
can't
like,
drive.
wait, how? Driving? No. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I kind of like, my mom got to the point where she was like, you know what? I kind of like buy your own rice. And I was like, I didn't know rice was this expensive. Which is, I mean, considering like how much you can eat from it, it's not that expensive. But still, like, I was like, oh my god, I didn't know that 20 kilograms of rice cost this much. But then the other time she gave me a sack of rice again as well.
The thing is, the Asian market, where my parents buy their stuff, it's like run by friends of them. So they actually get quite a lot for free.
Oh my god.
Or not for free, but kind of like cheaper.
She's such a great cook, guys.
No, it's fine. Not great.
Well, I always enjoy the food that you're making.
Well, I feel like I can survive on my own, but I'm not like great as like she.
Okay, but she's a different level. Like, she lives and breathes cooking. I mean, for like somebody who has like a non-related cooking job, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she lives, like, she's so passionate about it. So that's a different story. Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, my mom also watches her Instagram stories, and our friend she just had a baby. Like, she literally just had a baby.
I love you, Hui. I love you.
And he's
I love
like
you
the
so much.
cutest little like dumpling. But my mom watches her stories, and she's like, she's still cooking a lot. Like, can't she like chill out? Like, she doesn't have anyone helping her.
Actually, she's meal prepping. So she told me that, like, they would grocery shop during the weekend, and then on Sundays, Uncle would take care of the baby for like a few hours.
Yeah.
And then she would just like like meal prep a storm, and like you know, prepare everything, like cutting everything and all that. So during the week, all she needs to do is like cooking, and she's not like losing a lot of time like prepping.
Yeah, but she does like very pretty breakfast as well, like eggs and stuff like that.
And I hate it when she's like puts it in her story and she's like, so easy to make, and I'm like, motherfucker, this is not easy. Like, I wouldn't even come up with that dish.
Yeah.
Oh, I should drink.
Oh.
We're so like occupied with eating.
The thing is, I feel like with Asian people, growing up, my parents never had drinks at the table when we were eating.
No.
It's not like a thing.
No.
So basically,
we would always like drink after we eat, right? Yeah.
Because they say if you drink beforehand or if you drink during the meal, it occupies your stomach, so the food is not flowing well
And
through your body.
And we have gang, which is like a soup that you basically have to almost like every meal. It's like a clear soup.
Yeah.
Like the vegetable broth basically.
Yeah.
Which is then served as a drink. So it's like, oh, if you're thirsty, drink like the gang. And I'm like, no, I'm German. I want sparkling water.
I hate sparkling water.
Oh, I love it.
Makes me burp.
Whatever. I wanted to say something, but I forgot.
Sorry. You want more food? More curry or more katsu?
I'm still okay right now, but
I might have another katsu.
I'm not gonna say no to the katsu
I'm cutting it right now.
after I finish this one. No, keep eating. You still have a piece of katsu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so what I wanted to say is that so Minh Thu is actually no, what did I want to say? Okay, so yeah, I know my podcast, no, what the fuck, my brain, I know this video is in English, but in case you're speaking German, she's actually a host of this really amazing podcast called Rise and Shine, which shares story like from the Vietnamese German community.
Thank you for the unpaid.
Dude, everything I do is unpaid, okay? I wish somebody would pay me for this, but
For the unpaid advertisement.
But you know, like I love doing that if it's something that I believe in. So for me, it's not like an ad. Like I that's how we met. Like that's literally, I'm like such a fangirl basically. Still am. But yeah, it's a great podcast. Which is not just like talking. Yes, of course it's talking, but there's also a lot of research and work involved with it because do you call yourself a journalist?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I know you do like a lot of podcasts and everything, so that's why I was like, okay, I don't know, is that like...
There are journalistic podcasts.
Okay, so she's a journalist, so there's also a lot of, you know, research and effort behind it and not just randomly talking, a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
So definitely check it out if you're interested in Viet German stories. Like, I love them. I love them so much.
Thank you, girl. There you are.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Here.
Thank you. Come on, come on. Oi. I heard good. I wanted to make it pretty, but
I know, and then you grabbed literally just
My boyfriend had very mediocre Thai food, and I sent him a picture of a curry, and he was like, "Oh, looks so good."
I love how you had to emphasize it was mediocre.
Well, he told me that it was mediocre because like he's not that well. He knows good food, so he was like, the pork was really fatty, and he wrote Thai broccoli, but it was normal broccoli. So I was like, no.
Oh god, so I went to the Asian supermarket today, right?
Oh.
And that's so many milk tea things. There was like choco pie, milk tea flavor.
God.
And then in the ice cream section, they had the brown sugar boba ice cream, which I already know. But then they also had milk tea boba ice cream and oolong milk tea boba ice cream.
I actually have boba and taro ice cream in my... That's what there's the... Don't...
Yeah. I love oolong milk tea.
I don't know about you girls, but my periods are the worst. I hate them so much. I think they're evil. And the person who invented this has to be punished.
Just give us a gift card or something. Why are you giving me pain? Like, why?
Like,
it's already... Yeah. Like,
why
are
is it
you
our job to create humans and then be punished?
Yeah,
with, like,
we're being punished for being able to put humans out there.
It's ridiculous. So, and for those
Days.
shock days, I need to have ice cream.
I was actually talking about it with my friend yesterday. He was kind of hesitant asking about it because, you know, like everyone reacts differently to this topic. But I think it's great that he asked, and we talked about it and like kind of described how I feel when I'm on my period or like my worst day. And then I sent him this meme which says 26 years into menstruating, and I still have not learned that when I think everything sucks and it will never get better, it means I will start bleeding in 48 hours.
For me, it's not like the emotional thing is not even that bad. It's just the pain.
Yeah.
Because I have endometriosis, which is something we should talk about more. A lot of women have this, which is basically like chronic, very painful disease. And basically, every time I have my period, it feels like a little vice grip inside, like my innards.
How I describe it. And I love how we're talking about this while eating.
And then this pain also radiates like down to your cooch, and so it hurts your cooch and like into your legs, and it also hurts your back. So
oh my god, that is
basically
terrible. Everything. You're just
everything, just the middle of my body, everything just
and
hurts.
just imagine like that happens every month.
Yeah.
How I describe it when I have like my period pain is that I feel like my uterus is going through a grinder.
Oh man.
That's how I feel. Like that's how I imagine it. Like that's my visual.
And girls, if you have if it's normal for you to take like at least 3 painkillers during a day, that's not normal. So go to your doctor and check, because you shouldn't. You should feel like it should feel uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful that you cannot like finish anything. If that's the case, then something's wrong. Like don't normalize pain.
Well, I think it's a very important topic, and like literally we don't even learn that much about it in school.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm only starting to learn now, like
because
the different phases and all that, and
there's actually not that much research with
of course not, because only women have periods. No, I feel like I'm only learning about it now, and I'm trying to do my part to kind of like not for it to be like a taboo topic. Like I don't want to, you know, not talk about it, which is why we're talking about it right now, because it's important. And
I don't have any filters, so I'm just
that's true, you don't.
I'm a journalist, I just talk about everything. There's no taboo.
No, but that's good.
Me.
That's great. And I also have a friend, she's like, I fucking hate it when like that's like a test that she does, you know, with men. Like
yeah, if they're like that's a good thing.
Yeah, if she drops like the that topic, like if she brings up that topic and they're like disgusted by it, it's like, yo, what the fuck? Half of the population bleeds once a month. And then what I did the other day, and I feel very kind of like good about it, like I'm very proud of myself that I did that, was I was in the office and I had those, how do you call those? Wärmflasche. I
don't know. What's the Wärmflasche of English?
I'm not sure.
Guys, that's how you realize that we're German. Like random words just
like
we.
Wärmflasche, hot water bag, literally.
That's stupid. That's a stupid ass name.
It's also called hottie, so we can call it.
Don't you guys have like better word for it? It's like seriously.
Well, we call it Wärmflasche. It's basically the same.
But it's better than hot water bottle.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Anyway, so I used to only use one hot water bottle when I was on my period, but at this point I just use two. One for the front and one for the back, right? And yeah, that day I was in the office, and so I brought one to the office, and I was like boiling water, like putting the water. Brain fart. You know, bringing water to boil, and my boss saw the hot water bottle on like in the kitchen, and then he asked me, he was like, do you have like a stomach ache? Which I think was very nice that he asked, and he kind of noticed that. So there was like this millisecond where I was like, what am I gonna say, right? Am I gonna say I'm a period, or am I not gonna say it? But I was like, no, no, this is a normal topic and I want to normalize it. I want to do my part to normalize it. And I just told him, I was like, no, I'm actually on my period, and so that's why. And he reacted perfectly fine to that. But yeah, I felt very good that I did that.
Good job, girl. Oh.
And it's like, so, and then I told someone, and they were like, oh, I don't know if I would have done that, which I understand, but at the same time I'm like, but it happens to everyone.
I'm also like I find it kind of like goofy that like people are hiding it so well. Like why do you feel like the need to hide it? Like if you're on your period, you're on your period. I feel like the girls have like the perfect tricks, like they put the tampons inside like their sleeves or stuff like that, and they hide like everything about it. And I'm just like,
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think I'm more that type of person who's more subtle about it too. But I'm glad that you mentioned it, because I will have to change that behavior. But honestly, when I was a teenager, I didn't dare to like go and buy pads or tampons. I was so ashamed to do that. And that is terrible. That is a terrible thing. Like that needs to change.
Because like it affects women too when they don't have especially if you're like in the workplace, your colleagues on your period, and then she feels like she cannot ask anyone if she forgot to bring tampons because it's such like a taboo topic, like so to speak. But if it's not a taboo topic, she can just like scream around the office, hey guys,
tampon anyone,
and it will be completely fine. Like it's just like it happens.
Yeah. And so we actually have tampons in the bathroom.
You do too.
But Another reason why I decided to tell my boss was that one of my colleagues had an operation at a more private area.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I didn't want to know that specific information, but then I was thinking like, well, if I can, like, if they talk about this, then I should be able to talk about my period or having my period, right?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. I'm glad we talked about it.
I'm glad we talked about cooch.
And endometriosis.
Endometriosis, yeah. Go Google it. I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not explaining it. I'm sorry. Apropos cooch, I went to a vagina Ausstellung vagina.
You told me about it. Exhibition.
Yeah, exhibition last week.
Well, not like real vaginas.
No, but some like it was like an art students project, and they took photos of like different cooches, like hundreds of different cooches, and then they hung it up on a wall, and it was like hundreds. Like it was really like the thing is,
it's fascinating, right? To realize everyone looks different.
I feel like to me it's not that new anymore, but that's also because I kind of like exposed myself to that topic a lot. So I followed like accounts on Instagram that like had different cooch drawings and stuff like that. So I kind of educated myself like for maybe a few years ago already. So it was not that new to me, but I felt like to have like so many different cooches of vulvas, they're beautiful, hung up on a wall and like see how different they are. Like some had like outside labial folds, some didn't, some were hairy, some were not, some were like they were.
I feel like it does something to you. Like it kind of comforts you as a woman to see that they are so different, because obviously we're kind of self-conscious about it. I mean, it's the same with boobs, right?
Yeah.
You think like, you know, you see these boobs in magazines and all that, and you're like, my boobs don't look like this.
Yeah.
And then yeah,
it's fun to talk. Like if you're like with your girlfriends at that exhibition, and then you stand in front of like that many different cooches, you're just like,
you feel liberated to kind of talk about it more.
Like you start that conversation like, how does yours look? And I was like, mine is like a mixture. Like there's not one thing that like corresponds to my vulva, but mine looks like a combination of these two. So I could kind of imagine what my vagina, like my vulva looked like. And I don't know. I feel like men, like male friends, if they are like in a sports thing together, or they go to the gym together, no, they go to the shower together, it's completely normal that they see like their penises and they talk about it. Like, how long's yours? Yeah, mine's like this. Oh yeah, mine's like a softie. Like mine's very small when it's like soft, but it can get quite big.
Is
like,
it a girl or a shower?
Yeah, right. And with like vulvas, we don't have that conversation really.
Yeah, we don't.
So I don't know.
Seen
like
any of my friends.
And why not?
Well, I'm just pointing out that that's a fact.
Yeah, it still feels very taboo, which is like so crazy because we're like in 2021. Would be interesting to talk to a Gen Z about this because we're both millennial. We're like almost
I can
30.
only offer my sister.
Yeah, but she's like not a normal Gen Z.
Yeah,
Right? She's like clever.
Yeah. Are you saying Gen Z is dumb? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, well, she's Gen Z, but she has a millennial sister, so
Yeah.
should influence her.
You want more curry?
No, I'm good right now, thank you. I just love how we just talked about this topic over dinner.
It's normal.
Yeah, I feel like for us it's so normal, like in Vietnamese culture, it's so normal to talk about anything, really. Like it's so normal to talk about disgusting things over dinner. Did you make pictures of me taking pictures again?
Of course I did.
You did just send those to me.
Look at you. Like the thing with Huong is, every time she takes a picture,
I make funny faces.
and she does this.
That's my duck face moment, okay? I'm like so in my element, like I take that shit very seriously. Like, the camera eats first, always. Thankfully, all my friends understand.
Yeah. You cannot have a boyfriend that's like annoyed by this.
Yeah, I cannot.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
And also with friends who wouldn't wouldn't tolerate it. It's not like I wouldn't go eat with them. I would probably go eat somewhere where I know I'm not gonna take pictures where it's like ugly or something.
Girl, you like cleared the plate.
It looked like I licked it. It was very good. And I like cleaning up my plate. Like, you know how some people, they finish eating and then there's like the rice crumbs here and there?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm like,
I don't clean the plate. That's not me.
I would literally go like, you know what I did earlier was like with this last piece of katsu, like all around my plate. Yeah, that's me.
And the thing in like a lot of Asian cultures, if you clean your plate like Huong does, people think you're still hungry and they're gonna put more food on it.
To be honest, I don't really socialize with Vietnamese parents at this point anymore.
Yeah.
Like only my parents, and like once in a while I see my mom's colleagues, but apart from that, I am not exposed to uncles and aunties or something like that anymore.
Which is sad, but also good at the same time.
Yeah.
Because they do ask stupid questions.
When are you gonna get a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Oh, you're hiding him, right? Admit it.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Why don't you have a boyfriend?
And if you have a boyfriend, when are you getting married? You know that you're almost 30. If
Yeah,
it's over 30,
the
clock is ticking, guys.
But I feel like, but I have to say though, honestly, everyone asks that. So also something that I feel like needs to stop is asking those questions.
Yeah.
Everyone is asking them, and
Just
I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious too. I have friends who have been in a relationship for a long time, and I'm curious too. Like, when are you getting married? Or I'm wondering like, oh, are they gonna get engaged soon or something? But everyone has their own timeline.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's actually, if you think about it, it's a very personal question. So you put this expectation on those on us or on people, right? And it's like, well, what kind of right do you have to expect these things? And it's just societal pressure. Like, I mean, asking me if I have a boyfriend or why I don't have a boyfriend or when I'm gonna have a boyfriend, depending on the person, doesn't necessarily make them feel good, you know? And then also the question with like, when are you gonna have kids? Or like, are you pregnant already? It's like, you know, a lot goes with that question. Maybe they are trying, but it hasn't been working. Maybe there's a conflict between the couple because one is ready and one is not. There's so much that is behind the question. So you kind of see that I'm very passionate about this.
Relationships are not better because they're moving at a certain timeline.
Exactly. And it's like, and then after they have the first kid, it's like, oh, so when are you gonna have another kid? And then when are you gonna buy the house? And then it's like, yo, I'm not living for you. I'm living for myself. And I applaud people who don't want
I
kids.
actually had this conversation with like a colleague of mine, and he has been in a relationship with his girlfriend for like a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he said like getting asked those questions put a doubt in their heads whether their relationship was great or not, which it was. Like, it was great. They are living together, they've been together for a long time, but they don't feel like the need to buy a house, get married, have kids. They're just,
and I'm sorry, but nowadays we also can't afford it.
yeah, they were okay with like their life as it is. So, and it should be like, why are you putting pressure on them? Like, let them fucking live their life.
And it also makes you wonder, like, is something wrong with me? Is something wrong with us?
Yeah, exactly.
And
so it makes people wonder.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't, because like
Stop.
it's your fucking life.
Exactly, and everyone, especially, I mean, I understand, like, it's a lot of older people asking this question because that was, you know, the norm back in the day, but it's not anymore. And of course, a lot of people are not willing to change, but yeah, I've gotten to the point where I was like, yo, like, I'm not gonna ask these questions anymore. I mean, and I also think that it's very important to understand what kind of relationship you have with that person. You know, and just kind of like, I don't know, for me it would be like, you know, a friend asking me like, oh, like, do you see yourself having kids? I feel like asking is okay, just depending on the relationship you have with that person.
Yeah.
Don't be nosy, yeah. But at think it's also important to accept that answer. It's the same with like, oh, where are you from, right? Like you can ask that question. For me personally, it's okay. I know for some people it's not okay, so that's also different from person
And also,
to
if
person.
I say I'm from the south of Germany, just fine.
Yeah, like just accept it, because if you're not accepting it, it means you've had a certain expectation, like you had the expectation to hear a certain answer. So it's not about just asking, it's just you getting the validation of the expectation you had. So yeah.
Look at our plate.
Alrighty, we finished eating. So let's wrap up this session.
For classes?
I don't have much, but yeah. It was so nice talking about these things with you.
Yeah. You can put like some links into like the description about like the endometriosis foundation that I'm gonna send you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely do that. Okay, so I'll link like her podcast, her Instagram as well, because
Instagram.
And yeah, you can feel free to send me those links, and I'll link them down below too. And if you've watched until this far, thank you so much. I'm gonna say something I've never said before, and I was like, I wonder why I never said that before. But in case you enjoyed this video, subscribe. Okay, bye.
안녕.